Okay. I am just about all fucking ready to go. I have all my games set up. I've got all my nodes set up. I think I'm good. Okay, so this is all Legendaries. We're going to be clearing through a bunch of games in our pursuit to get all the Legendary Pokemon. Now, this is exclusive to Gen 4 in its entirety, and there's a reason for that. So, we're trying to get all the Legendary Pokemon that exist in Gen 4. So, like, for example, Kyogre exists in Gen 4, even though it's not a Gen 4 Pokemon. So I need to get Kyogre. We're going to be getting Kyogre through Emerald. So, it's a Gen 4 run, but it utilizes some Gen 3 games. This run spans Gen 4 as the end goal, and the reason for that is because you actually cannot collect all of the Legendary Pokemon in the other games. So after Gen 4, there's a cutoff, and it's impossible to get all the Legendary Pokemon. And the big bottleneck with Legendary Pokemon collecting is the event Pokemon. Every generation has their Pokemon you cannot catch in the games at all, and you can only exclusively get from going to an in-person or online event. So for Gen 1, it's Mew, for Gen 2, it's Celebi, for Gen 3, it's Jirachi, Deoxys, and for Gen 4, you got Arceus, Shaman, Darkrai, and we can use glitches to get all of those event Pokemon. However, after Gen 4, there's no glitches, because Game Freak was like going Ultra Sicko mode, and there's basically no glitches of any severity, any major glitches in the Gen 4, 5, and the Gen 5, 6, and 7 Pokemon games. Gen 8's a bit different. Got some glitches. But for that reason, we cannot get Meloetta and Victini in Gen 5, or any of the event Pokemon afterwards. So, this run spans Gen 4 because we cannot do other ones. Is that a Beyblade? It's been compared to a Beyblade. It's called a capture styler. And when you draw rings around a Pokemon, it will communicate how much of a trustworthy person you are. And they will grow to relax and trust you. And then you capture them. This is real lore. Yes, you like sedate them with like happy feelings from like your wand. That's how you befriend me. The Bay vibe. Oh shit, is that a Super Princess Peach reference? Yo. We need to make that a thing. Instead of like, oh shit, is that a JoJo's reference? We need to be like, oh shit, is that a Super Princess Peach reference? The Super Princess Peach community will thrive. The Vibe Scepter. Yeah, you know, maybe it's in your mom's room. Maybe somewhere it's making her giggle. Maybe, you know, maybe the Vibe Scepter. If you look carefully, you may find that your mom has a capture styler. Texan rights! Imagine being a Texan and wearing a crop top. I could never. This is a crop top. My camera isn't showing the whole body. Okay, this fight's kind of precarious. There's no spot to save in this entire chapter. So if I die here, I have to redo the entire chapter. Okay. Gotta reset. Yeah, I might if that. I don't know. I really don't like Ranger. Like resetting the Ranger feels so annoying. Remember having to learn the state? Like remember the state flags and like learning about that in like school? State flags are weird. Also, fuck having to learn the capitals. That is not an important skill. Like I don't know what the capital of like Michigan is, like Calgary or some shit. Fuck capital. I do not know where all the states are. I don't feel like anyone knows. I feel like if you know... I feel like there's just better knowledge. I would rather y'all's brains be filled with, like, history of, like, the Twilight fandom and its shipping discourse. Like, other, like, categorically, like, batshit stupid things in your brain than, like, where all the states are on a map. Ultra Sun and Moon should have been a lot of different things. Ultra Sun and Moon is the Pokemon Ranger of, 2017. There are so few good things to say about Ultra Sun and Moon. One neat thing about Ultra Sun and Moon is there's posters in Game Freak's office for Gigantamax. What's it called? What's the poison thing called? Poison guitar. Fuck. Anyways, there's a poster in Game Freak's offices in Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon for one of the Gigantamax Pokemon, and that's cool. Toxicity, yeah. Yeah, I highly appreciate when they like have these cross-generational references. Bonus points goes to X and Y for having a like Hawaiian like moai totem thing trinket you can buy. And there's these hotels in Kalos, and each hotel has an NPC who's traveling from a different region, and there's an NPC from Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, and then there's a NPC who comes from Alola, and like that's cool. And you know they come from Alola because they give you this thing called a strange souvenir, which is like Hawaiian totem. And then this item does nothing, and then Sun and Moon comes out, and you can buy this strange souvenir in like a flea market, and it also does nothing in that game. And so it's like stupid, but it's like a cool, like cross-generational, like they were planning that far ahead. That's cool. Okay, gamers. This is a pretty hard fight. Luckily, it's an optional boss fight. And you can just leave. I made this sandwich 20 hours ago. Oh. It's now a large crouton. Okay, never mind. Okay, so this section here is the halfway point of the game, thereabouts. And if I have not given y'all an accurate enough impression, this is a terrible game. And to that end, the boss fight we're about to fight is the hardest fight in the game. This boss we're about to fight has 26 HP. I need to draw 26 circles around it. It's huge, it has tons of HP. You cannot use Plusle on it or any other abilities. And you also cannot save before it. You have to do an entire challenge room, which takes about 3 minutes before the boss. And if you die on the boss, you have to redo the entire room. Last, I need to be like not tired out before I do this. So it's awkward. I got it. I can't. There's too many Pokemon. Please stop. Okay. I kind of know how to run this game, just a little bit. Alright, this is the last we see of our friends here. Lindsay Sterling with white hair. I remember in high school, everyone thought like Lindsay Sterling music is like the most hashtag girl epic thing ever. Holy shit, she's a hot girl and she plays video games and makes covers? Wow, bro. Hey, Florence. Stop. Okay. Wait, what the fuck? Okay. This just got very weird. Okay. One more boss to go. Got better RNG. Damn it. Fuck that fucking bottom plume. You just can't draw. Bro. Okay. Fuck this game. Okay. Alright, so for the regular speedrun, the timer stops at, once this cutscene ends. Okay, yeah, 354.20. Cool. Alright, that's one game. Let me go stretch and get some water and do all that. And then we'll do the post game for Manaphy. Fuck yeah, RangerNet. I love that shit. Alright. Manaphy time. Okay. Oh, they're charging it up. That's so cute. Alright, here's the best part of the game. Please turn off the game. The game hard crashes after you do that. You cannot soft reset. You cannot nothing. The game hard crashes. Why does it crash? Who can say? Is Jesus banned the competitive play? Oh my god. Bro, we need to nerf the Catholic Church. Why, this is the route for all legendaries? So there are event Pokemon in the Pokemon games. Manaphy is a download-only Pokemon for all Pokemon games except in Gen 4 when you can get Manaphy from Ranger. And specifically English and European Ranger. In Pokemon Ranger 2 and 3, you can only get Manaphy from an online event in Ranger, and then you can transfer that Manaphy to the main game. So they actually had online-only events just for the Ranger games. Ranger 1 is different. Ranger 1, the Japanese version, it's specifically a tie-in with the movie, the Manaphy movie. So to that end, you actually could not get the Ranger event on JP, or the Manaphy event on Ranger Japanese, unless you went to the movie theaters and watched the Manaphy movie. However, they didn't do it the same exact way in the West. So on the American and European version, you simply enter a code, a password, and then it gives you the mission. Alright gamers, give me your support. This is the last battle in all of Ranger. Wait. That's not supposed to happen. This just got really bad all of a sudden. This is really bad. So if I die after doing, I have to redo the entire 15-minute mission. Okay. I didn't think that would take 5 minutes. I also didn't think I'd almost fucking die. No more circles, yeah. I am eagerly tapping to hit this final split for this game. Let me leave. Let me leave. Putting the stylus away. Let me fucking leave! Ah! Welcome to the Game Boy Advance, motherfuckers. Fastest game switches in the West. That's wrong. I need to change the settings. I am using Sapphire right now to get Jirachi and Volbeat. Jirachi I need for all legendaries, of course. Volbeat I need for a different reason. I need Volbeat for an in-game trade in Emerald. Okay. So now we need to grab a Ralts, which is relatively rare. And we're gonna chill here for a little bit until we get a Ralts. A low optimized tool assisted. Why is the... The name Lotad is so stupid. Oh, shit, I didn't think they'd hear me. This Ralt is needed to get Celebi, Deoxys, and Mew. We're gonna take this Ralts, we're gonna trade it for a Pokemon, and we're gonna use that Pokemon we get in the trade to turn into Mew and Celebi and Deoxys. Why is it called Ralts? Why are you called Sunicorn? Poggers. Almost choked in your pizza. I'm sorry. Okay. And now for something completely different. And that's that. So now we have Jirachi, and we have Mudkip, and we have Ralts. And we next just need to get our, Doesn't the music change there in Emerald? There's so many small differences between these two games. There are so many less trainers here. The sprites used in this, the tile set in this cave is different. I'm like going all digital foundry in this shit. There's so many differences though. In Pokemon Emerald versus Sapphire, one of the big differences is that they added basically, specifically for the first half of the game, from like the start up to like when you get Surf, they doubled the amount of trainers in each like route. And so it's like hugely faster running through Sapphire versus Emerald. We're only using Sapphire for this bit to get Volbeat, but it's an appreciable bit. Okay, almost done with Sapphire. We need to fight Timakwa, and then we need to fight Brendan. Those are going to be some hard fights though, because we're very under-leveled. Okay, there's going to be like no trainers here also. The beach is so barren compared to Emerald. I played so much more Emerald, both casually and like for the run, that all these changes are like throwing me off. It's so interesting. Fuck. I definitely feel like I should have practiced Sapphire more. I didn't practice Sapphire at all because I didn't think it'd be hard. I think part of the issue is I didn't write many notes down for what I did in Sapphire, which makes things harder. Oh boy. Just what I wanted, more critical hits. Good. Good. Should I switch out? Okay. That Carvana didn't hit me at all. Me reading YouTube comments. Alright gamers, here we go. Alright, gulping time. Okay. Got it. How do I handle this? Wait, the poison damage doesn't activate? Oh, it does. Good. Alright, good, perfect. That feeling when you're a water starter and you don't resist water? Like if you agree. Liked. Jirachi at level 2? Yeah, you don't have Jirachi at level 2 either? What are you doing then? Why is the player character the only one who passes out? Good question. I don't have an answer for you. Do you know what else sucks ass? Not using your Twitch Prime. Did you know that with Twitch Prime you can subscribe to one of your favorite streamers each month for free? That is fucking incredible. Fuck. Please connect. Good. GG. Good. Alright, welcome everybody to Emerald. Microsoft Flight Simulator looks awesome. That game just looks incredibly cool. A staple of every school computer lab. When I was in school, we would just play on Google Earth. So we got Minecraft on it. My freshman year of high school, found a EXE that would operate a simple proxy and let you bypass the school's firewall. I gave it to a friend on a flash drive. The entirety of my stay at high school, that program was like on the Z drive and various other addresses on the school's internal network, so that students could bypass the firewall, and it was never fixed. So I unintentionally just like completely destroyed any attempt of like maintaining a firewall that my school had attempted to do. Which is incredible. Okay. I'm controlling this in the most roundabout way possible. This is a mess. Why does the Poochyena have an item? Okay. Alright. Getting some Pokemon. This is Sapphire's perspective you're seeing. We're transferring the good stuff from Sapphire to Emerald. Okay. Now I think you have to connect. They have to leave manually. Okay. And that's that. Okay. My sensor bar fell. That's fine. I'm not gonna need the sensor bar for another, like 6 hours. Kobe. I don't recognize that username. What was it prior? If you... What happens if I turn off this light? Ah. Nighttime Kate. Torchic is very cute, yeah. This looks so interesting. If I get closer to the screen, then the screen like brights me up. Wait, why does like the light like disproportionately like light like my cleavage? Like it makes the boobs more prominent. I think it's because like you can barely see the shirt, but like the skin sticks out. I don't know. The light's horny. Apparently. That's dumb. My tids. My tids? I have not heard that word. I've not been referred to with that word before. My Todds. My Todd Howardses. My Tide Pods. Here's this motherfucker. Will they win the battle? Fight sucks ass. This is like the hardest fight in the game, probably. It's horrible. Bulk up. Please crit. $11-hour standoff. A what now? Bulk up. Oh my god. I should have just hit it twice. Does Meditite resist ground? I would think so, because... Wait, why did it use Reflect? I've never seen that. But yeah, I think it's because fighting resists ground, but then Sec is neutral, it would still be resistant. This Meditite... It's doing so many different things. I've never seen it do anything other than just like spamming focus punch. We have the technology. It's learning. Okay, if I can get a crit here, I will like become pregnant. I'll be so happy. Congrats! Ah! I cannot believe I got a crit instantly. Squirt your girt because you know it's perp. Put me in a dirt. Put me in a shirt. What are you talking about? Fire emoji? No, don't support that. Nobody gets put in the shirt or the dirt. Pregnant from drinking so much yogurt? What the fuck? This emoji? Oh my god, that was a pregnant emoji. That's so funny. I don't know why there wouldn't be a pregnant emoji, but I still think that's really funny. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. The cake get a womb fun is also really funny. Thank you so much. Let me see what is open then. Oh. Okay, there's a lot going on here with this image. Wait, why is it taking place in a school? Alright, what is open? I keep hearing from like other people, like my sister and shit, that like 11 PM delivery is a thing. And I'm just thinking, what? Like everything is like always closed. Like all the good delivery places are always closed at late. Little Lucy's. I can get delivery donuts at midnight? Bro, that's insane. That's like crack. You look at this burger. This burger looks excellent. Look at that high quality image. Wait, the burger place is closing in 15 minutes. I hate this app. Why are you showing this to me? I can get McDonald's delivered at midnight? There's no fucking way. Okay, I'm gonna fucking die of heart disease. Look at this shit. What is that? Gamers. Gamers. They have a baked potato called Super Baked. They have cheese. They have queso and chips called K, so question mark. I have to order it. Damn. Blueberry filled donut holes with blueberry cream cheese icing. That's like crack. I need that. I pulled up the entrees list, so they're all memes still. Okay, here's the entrees in order. Dirty South, Country Clucker, Mother Clucker, Boss Hog, Drunken Hunk, Get Roasted, Aunt Meryl's Pot Pie, Nacha Normal Enchilada, Pork My Avocado. Cool, bro. Serve with a piping hot garlic donut. Garlic? Okay, this place sounds really interesting. Like, it's fucking weird. Okay, I'm also gonna get this, which is going to literally put me in a coma. Okay. So, it's called Super Baked. CBD cream cheese icing, whatever that is. Marshmallow creme, brownie batter filling, loaded with brownie bites, cookie dough bites, graham crackers, potato chips, and brownie batter drizzle. What? The place I was trying to order from is apparently closed. Which is shocking. Alright, I've made my order 30 minutes later. I realized I really wanted sweets and also really wanted a burger, and so I went full insane and got McDonald's. Well, exactly. I got a Big Mac, fries, a dozen cookies, and milk. After intense deliberation. Yeah, it's like a dozen cookies for like $5. Yeah, they have milk apparently. McDonald's milk. It'll be fine. Shuffy. Mumi's curse. This is so sad. Alright, gotta shove it. Imagine not evolving your Pokemon because you're in a game. Ooh, Boots here. What the fuck is... This is what the cookies are stored in. It's so cute! Okay, this is some Russian doll shit. Here's the bag. Here's the regular bag with the regular food that is not a cookie or milk. They want me to get their app for offers and deals. They can suck my dick. There's visible grease. It's fucking wet. This thing is sopping. Yeah, food can be really helpful, it seems, for just, like, treating oneself. So I'm really glad I have this. I dropped lettuce on the DS. This is, like, hard. Did y'all see the struggle right here? I'm playing this game with one fucking hand while I try and fucking eat a burger with one hand. What? I'm just gonna stuff it all in my face. That does not work. My burger is in fucking shambles now. Wait, wait, something's missing here. Ah, the patty. Patty rescued. I forgot to hit me, damn it. It's really complicated. I have to oscillate axe attacking with one Pokemon and healing with the other. It lived. Okay, we're ready to go. Dead. HP is concerning right now. Okay. If Zadu can calm mine again, I'll be happy. Good. Awesome. Alright, let's go. Elite 4. After this, the real fun begins. Anyways, now we're in the post game, and things are gonna get really broken. But first, we need to do a couple things. So we're gonna do a minor amount of glitching, and then we're going to catch all the Pokemon, and then do the glitching again. Okay, so we're gonna be visiting the Battle Frontier and doing some cloning. But first, we need to grab our friend Puzzle. We need to mark it with a heart and put it in our party. And we're then going to remove every move it has except for Growl. Puzzle can only grrr. Yeah, basically. So this is the Battle Tower cloning glitch. For those of y'all that didn't grow up with this game, you might not know about this. If you did grow up with this game and you also didn't know about this, then you're about to fucking learn. So, this glitch is very simple. Whenever you do the Battle Tower stuff, any of the modes, the game will save briefly. Notice here, it's pausing. The game's doing nothing. It's actually saving. it specifically is only saving your party data. That means you can create a disconnect between your party data and your regular data. So I now have a puzzle here and a puzzle here. It's a very, very, very simple glitch. It's not, you know, it doesn't take any fancy explaining to do. It's just like, you know, this happens. So we're gonna save again, and that saves our box state, and the boxes never get messed with. And so all we can do, we're allowed to create a disconnect between our boxes and our party very easily and simply. So now we're gonna save just our party, and so again, the fact that you can save part of the file is a really easy cloning method. We're doing puzzles Y, so we're gonna be using plusles and C-dots to create brand new Pokemon. What we're focusing on right now is getting our Master Balls and our HP ups ready. They found cat poison in waters. They did. This is a really low level Wilmer. Oh, I have enough for candies, that's fine then. And now it's legendary Pokemon time. So now we're gonna start the Reggie quest, which involves and requires a Wailord and a Relicanth. Wailmer, or Wailord. The encounters? You can go a long time without getting any encounters underwater. I don't know why. Where are the Pokemon? Am I missing something? There it is. Okay, before we grab the Reggies, we're gonna grab Rayquaza. Mostly because I need to fight a trainer right now. There we go. Very bad at video games? That's A-okay. It is Reggie time. Yeah. Regis and Kelly. The truck! Oh, this is a horrible location. This is like the slowest location Kyogre can be at. There it is. Oh my fucking god. This is the worst location for Groudon to be at also. It's absurd. Okay, where is this? I see. There's a labyrinth here. I didn't realize there was ledges here. I had no idea this entire section was here. I've never gotten that location in any of my practice. So the reason you start the Kyogre and Groudon quest before this is because it's possible for Kyogre to spawn in this route. And this is the route where Regice is, so ideally you get Regice and Kyogre in the same place, as opposed to whatever shit-ass tier RNG I just got. Doesn't matter though. I don't care. It's just funny. I'm trying to make the run like optimized, not like insanely like perfect. Poggers. You have to walk around the perimeter of the room clockwise and you cannot run. I had to explain that at my PAX talk and I felt like a lunatic, like going up on a stage like screaming like, walk, don't run, clockwise.
The final Reggie Pokemon requires you to walk in, read the Braille, and walk through the entire room counterclockwise. You cannot run, you have to walk. And through that method, just walking over and over, the door opens. And that's the only way we can get this Pokemon at all in our endeavors.
It's like really fun. Entire day making ice, it's instantly melted away. It'd be pretty fucking terrible. Thermodynamics. One Pokemon made of 50 trees. Those trees can be replanted by a single Bulbasaur in a day. Pokemon politics. He's gonna harness the Dynamax energy and power the world. Ended the world. Imagine ending the world. The truck. How does the truck affect the lore? Hey, Australia. Yeah. Emerald. That's probably like Scoopy. Alright, this is how we get Latios. This is the only way to get Latios. You have to, every time you enter the overworld, Latios will spawn in a random location. And the only way to find it is to just go in the grass. So, I have a Pokemon leading my party, and I'm using Repel. And the Pokemon is deliberately higher level than the Pokemon in the grass, but lower level than Latios. So that if Latios is here, it'll spawn. And it's basically a bunch of fucking horse shit garbage. But we will eventually get Latios. It usually takes about 10 minutes for Latios to show up, which is to say we're gonna be here for a while. But that's never... it's a bit of effort. Wait. Awesome. Okay, this is a clusterfuck. Okay, so we're gonna EV train the Seedot. It has 100 HP EVs. And what we're gonna do is give it 151 HP EVs, and then give it 154, and then give it 251. So this is the Windstripe family. They give you the Macho Brace after you defeat them. And the Macho Brace is an item that doubles your EV gain. EVs are how the game lets you train your Pokemon. Basically, like, you know, Pokemon have EXP and that makes them stronger. But EVs are basically EXP for specific stats. And each Pokemon gives you specific EVs for a specific type. And for every 4 EVs you have, your stat goes up by 1. We need to EV train this Seedot. And having the Macho Brace helps because it lets us double that. And the reason we want EVs is because the glitches we're going to do later, those allow us to basically take our HP EVs and turn them directly into National Dex numbers. So National Dex number 1 is Bulbasaur, so I could take this C-Dot theoretically, give it 1 HP EV, and then I could turn it into a Bulbasaur with a glitch. The glitch just takes the HP EVs and turns it into a species number. You can see how this can be used to make Pokemon really easily. So Mew is 151, and Mew is impossible to catch. Right now we're trying to get our C-Dot to have 101 HP EVs, so that we can turn it into a Mew later on. And we're going to be doing the same for Celebi and Deoxys. Human bottleneck. I just messed up. Why do I have 2 of these? I didn't even mean to clone them. Yeah, because I didn't save with the boxes. The whole time I was thinking if something got deleted. And then I saw the second Tailo just now and I realized what I lost. I find it really poetic that the C-Dot is going to turn into a Rayquaza. Considering the Rayquaza is EV trained the C-Dot. This is some like Phoenix rising out of the ashes shit. It's really funny. Okay, we're actually gonna generate this first just to verify that it's actually working. Okay, let's break the game. So we're now gonna be emergency generating 4 Pokemon. In my brilliance and genius, we're gonna be generating a Celebi, Mew, Deoxys, and a Rayquaza. Funny how that works. What I'm doing is I'm scrolling my cursor in the battle outside of my party, and when I do that, it will corrupt my Pokemon in box 2 in the PC, and most of them will be turned into bad eggs, some of them will be unchanged, and some of them will turn into regular eggs that are not bad. And those eggs will have data in them scrambled, and it's possible that their species will have changed. And what we're trying to do, and what we've been trying to do, is to control what species they turn into, so that we can get desirable and fun new Pokemon like a Celebi, or a Mew, or a Deoxys, or apparently now Rayquaza, because I fucking fucked up. So I'm doing this set of procedures now, where I load the game, enter a battle, deposit the first Pokemon in my party, and then do what I'm doing right now. And that's the full procedure I need to do to get this working. Cloning is a very simple science, but it's a very precise science, and I fucked it up. Okay, this is either Mew or the run's over. Poggers, bro. Okay, this box needs to be arranged in a very specific order. This is the order and arrangement that's most likely of giving us a Pokemon species transfer. Okay, let's go. Oh, baby. I am pregnant with a beautiful, beautiful snake. Give me the tweak. LMAO. That's insane. Okay, so my math worked. I've never done that before. It's completely fine though. A better idea would probably be to just take my Jirachi and rare candy it. Okay, Celebi, not even Dialga. Okay. This would hatch twice as fast if I still had my Slugma. I unfortunately lost Slugma in the same terrible garbage fire I destroyed my Rayquaza in. Slugma's presence is being felt. The lack of it, that is. Good. Gamers. We're done.